Hello, 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 and welcome to all of my Sagittariuses. Thank you for joining Queen Amun Ra for your weekly reading. And by the way, happy Tuesday. My readings are every Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. This is for my Sagittarius, the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your weekly reading. Let me remind you guys of something. We have some planets in retrograde, so let's just run through the planets in retrograde and how it affects you, okay? How it affects all of us, but it affects some of the astrological signs a little bit more than others. And so if you have these astrological signs in your chart, in your birth chart, it's going to affect you a little bit more, okay? So I want to make sure I run through this for those of you who are not aware exactly of what planets are in retrograde right now. Let's start with Saturn. Saturn is in retrograde right now, and so who's that going to affect the most would be the Capricorns or the Aquariuses that are on the cusp. During Saturn being in retrograde, what's really affected is what you're really reviewing right now are your relationships. You're reviewing that could be romantic relationships, it could be family relationships, it could also be self-love relationships, okay? You're also reviewing your attitude towards obstacles. Uranus is also in retrograde right now, and that would be the Aquarius. That's the Aquarius is most affected by that. Let me make sure we get these. I'm shuffling the cards, so I make sure let's get them all shuffled up as I'm sharing with you which planets are in retrograde right now. You're thinking about your inner freedom while Uranus is in retrograde. For my Tauruses, Uranus is in Taurus right now, which is direct. So that's why, and I'm going to get more into that when I start my reading for my Tauruses. But Neptune is in retrograde right now. That's going to affect the Pisces the most, or if you have Pisces in your chart. So yeah, as I'm going through the list of which planets are in retrograde right now, Sagittarius, check to see, pull your birth chart just to see exactly what planets were aligned on the day that you were born. It's the day that you were born, the time that you were born, and also the location. See which planets were aligned, because a lot of this could affect a lot of you. It affects all of us, but I mean like more so than others. Pluto is also in retrograde. If I didn't mention Neptune being in retrograde, it's going to be in retrograde until November 29th. And that it's you're focusing on your spirituality, your inner tranquility, and your vision. The vision that you set for yourself is also the primary focus. Pluto is also in retrograde, and Scorpio is most affected by Pluto being in retrograde. And so you're reflecting on how you deal with change right now. That's important too, because this change for us, like none of us saw COVID-19 coming. I mean, we may have, I've seen some predictions where people have heard that something big was coming, but we didn't know COVID-19 was going to be like it is, And so a lot of people are having a real hard time dealing with this change. A lot of people have lost employment, just a lot of things going on. And so just dealing with, having to deal with that. Also, Mercury will be in retrograde, is going retrograde, this coming Thursday. So June 18th is when Mercury is going retrograde. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, the signs that are most affected by it is going to be Gemini and Virgo. Okay, and so when Mercury goes retrograde, you're going to be thinking about possible mistakes and some misunderstandings, problems in communication. Okay, that's what Mercury going retrograde. And then we have Venus, which is also in retrograde right now until I think another week or a couple of days until June 25th, where you're thinking, you're reviewing areas of love and money. And so the astrological signs affected the most is Libra and Taurus. And so if you have investments, during the time that Venus is in retrograde, the investments could actually lose value. And again, the signs that's most affected by it, even though all of us are affected, but the ones that are most affected by it would be the Taurus and Libra. Also, lastly, we have Jupiter, which is in retrograde right now, and that affects the Sagittarius the most, since we're talking about Sagittarius. And so, Sagittarius, you all are primarily focused on, reviewing your visions, reviewing your ideals, and then also your belief systems. So there's a lot of introspection going on right now, and so we're all affected by it. But yeah, those are the planets that are in retrograde right now, and the astrological signs that are the most affected by those planets being in retrograde. So let's get started with your reading. I'm pretty excited to see. I'm pretty excited to see what the universe has. Thank you so much, Most High God and the universe, for sharing information with me for my Sagittariuses. There's a lot of great things about Sagittarius. Before I even get started, I see some. Let me see. Do I see a major arcana? Yeah, let's move this here. Move these over here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. My Sagittariuses are very smart. You guys are very caring. You're very deep thinkers, that is. Very honest, and also pretty wild. You like to have fun. And so every Sagittarius that I know loves to have fun, and are very deep thinkers. So when it's time to sit down and have some conversations with some Sagittarius, you guys can talk about a wide variety of things, because you are very, very intelligent. And so we have the major arcana we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. And this is your card. This is associated with Jupiter, the planet Jupiter. And so the Wheel of Fortune deals with karma. And you guys have some very good karma coming back to you. Okay, let me show you something, Sagittarius. And like I said, since Jupiter is in retrograde right now until September 13th. And this is your card. Again, you told me shuffling the cards, so it's not by coincidence, Sagittarius, that your card popped out, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is again, when Jupiter is in retrograde, we're thinking about you're reviewing your visions, your ideals, your belief systems in life, right? Okay, so what that means is, like, look, we have this Pentacles card, so money right off. Money right off. This is a wonderful thing, because your life is in order. Like, your life is really, really, really in order. The Pentacles cards represents the money, your journey to money and wealth. That's what the Pentacle cards represent. The Princess of Pentacles actually represents your thirst for knowledge. It shows that you're very, very grounded. You have the universe's backing. You've taken this time and used it very, very wisely. Look at this, the King of Cups. That represents the water energy. That's the emotions and creativity. You have mastered the art of keeping your emotions in check. You are the King of Cups, king of keeping your emotions in check, okay? You have taken swift actions with your emotions. Look at this. The Ace of Cups. That's creativity. That's free flowing. That's emotional expression. Again, the cups is your journey to emotions and creativity. So you have this thing. You have a great deal of restraint when it comes to your emotions, right? Look at this. Everything has come full circle for you. This is 10 of Cups, more water energy, emotions, and creativity. Like your life is full circle. You're connected to a lot of people, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you're connected to, or they could have it in their chart. But you're connected to a lot of people. You know what? And look at this, Ace of Wands. Okay, what this represents is your potential, your pure potential. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, and you illuminate from the inside. It's something that just about you, Sagittarius, that people are really, really drawn to. Let's see what the other cards have. Let's see what the other cards have for you. I'm pretty excited to see what the universe and the Most High God has. Please, universe and Most High God, share more information with me for my Sagittariuses. They've been putting in the work, and I see that there is a lot of good karma coming back to them, primarily because they have learned they've mastered managing their emotions, controlling their emotions. Please give me some more information for the Sagittariuses. Thank you, Most High God and the universe. Thank you so much. My Sagittariuses are in a posture of gratitude. Thank you so much, universe. Give me some more information for my Sagittariuses. Let's go. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. You guys have good karma all around you. I mean, just good karma all around you. Good karma. Okay, so what I see for you is transition. Okay, this is transition going up, and up and up. So as you gain more, you transition through life. You're becoming more powerful and you're becoming more intellectual. Remember I said that Sagittarius are very deep thinkers? Okay, you guys are becoming even more powerful and even more intellectual in your areas, in every area of your life. Look at this, the Four of Wands. By the way, let me go back to this for a second. This is an air sign. The swords represent your air sign, right? Okay, so as you go up and you transition more, and because you're such a deep thinker, Sagittarius, and you are this power and intellect that you have, as you go up and you transition through life and you go higher, you're also smart enough to cut off, you're using your sword to cut off things that don't serve a higher purpose for you. If that makes any sense at all to you, Sagittarius. Like you don't have time for the games anymore. And remember I said that because Jupiter is in retrograde and you, Sagittarius, are most affected by it, you're also, in terms of like romantic love, family love, and self-love, and you're reviewing your belief systems, you're reviewing your ideas and the visions that you set for yourself. At each turn, you cut off more and more of things that don't serve you, people, places, things that just don't serve you from getting to your higher purpose in life. And look, because of that, your life is in full balance. Look at this. This Wands card represents fire. This is your life, Sagittarius. The fire represents Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, right? And again, because we have this Wheel of Fortune, it's showing that your life is in full balance because you have mastered the art of controlling your emotions. Okay? The Ace of Swords, this is breakthrough for you. You've had a significant breakthrough. Now, actually, what I'm getting for you is that you have you've either taken up yoga or something, meditating more, or doing something where, because you're a fire sign, Sagittarius, and because you're deep thinkers and you can be quite emotional sometimes. And so you can fly off from 0 to 1,000 if someone does something to you and justifiably so. But you've actually mastered it now. You've actually mastered your emotions, and so it is paying off so well for you, like right now. And that was just the thing. Like you just went into this Zen mode, and so this is your breakthrough right here. That's what this sword represents, and the sword again is the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So let me see. Yep. Okay. Universe, give me some more information about these swords here, the Six of Swords and Ace of Swords as I move through this deck. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles represents your money. That's your journey to money and wealth. That's the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay, and so the Six of Pentacles, you have a free flow of everything. So just as much money as you give, you're also getting that in return. So there's nothing lacking there for you. Absolutely nothing lacking there for you, Sagittarius. And that's a wonderful thing. But again, look at you. It's because you have mastered. You're the King of Cups. You have mastered your emotions. And so it's paying off very handsomely for you. That's what this Wheel of Fortune card is. And so you, like I said, Jupiter being in retrograde right now, and you're reviewing just how you used to do things versus how you doing things now. And so this quarantine has actually been very, very good for you. I'm getting that at first there was you were very uncomfortable about the quarantine and COVID-19. There's a lot of uncertainty, and it caused you a lot of to be a little unsettled. But once you kind of got in this mode right here of just like saying, woosah, like breathing, deep breathing, and realizing that you actually have more control over what comes back to you than the people around you having control. Like you are in control of your universe, your world, right? And look, this right here, the Ten of Wands, represents responsibilities and obligations, right? What the universe is telling me is that there was a time, like the old you, who because Wands is a fiery sign, represents spirituality and taking action, but there was a time where those ideals and those belief systems actually wore you out. They weighed you down, like they had you in this posture of kind of sort of bending over, and they were heavy. That there was a time, this is what the universe is sharing with me, with that there was a time, but look how you came out. Sagittarius, you came out the King of Wands, spirituality and taking action. That's why you're not going back to that person that you were who was not able to really control their emotions, or you had a lot of triggers that people were able to kind of sort of set things off. You are in full control and mastery of your emotion. And look at you, King of Wands, entrepreneur. See, the beautiful thing about learning how to control your emotions is that you can actually see things for what they really, really are, and be creative enough to move around it and still get what you want. Like you don't have to react to every single thing that happens. Sometimes the universe allows things to happen just to see if there is growth, right? But this paid off very handsomely for you in every area of your life. You're a visionary, you're entrepreneurial spirit. So for some of you, Sagittarius, this is actually your fuel to start your own business. You could work in an environment right now, Sagittarius, where the responsibilities and the obligations don't match the paycheck. And so you've learned so much in that current job that you're in that you've mastered it. The only thing you had to learn how to master was this, your emotions. And now that you've mastered it, you can go out there and start your own business. So any responsibilities and obligations that you have that were a burden in your current place of employment will no longer be a burden. They're just a responsibility. See, even though you can look at this card, two perspectives. You can look at this card as being a lot of burdens and emotions because someone else put those burdens and emotions on you, or you can see it as your responsibilities and your duties that you put on yourself. Your back isn't broken, but isn't it nice to just work for yourself? You've done the work, you've gone inward. And so, look, great karma all around you. Just great karma. You've done the work. And that karma coming back to you is going to be sweeter than you even imagined. Sagittarius, let's go with the oracle cards and see what they have to say. And look at all the connections you have, Sagittarius. See, while you're in your job, you've made a lot of connections, and because you're that fun. Remember, I said one of the characteristics for Sagittarius is that you guys are wild. I mean, like wild in a fun way. You've made all the connections, so whatever your business is, you already have the connections. You already have telephone numbers. You've already exchanged information. Self-worth. Look at this. Self-worth. You know your self-worth. You know your self-worth, Sagittarius. The first line here, the first sentence says, trust your abilities and self-worth. To hear and understand words is very simple, but speaking words is a great responsibility because, again, didn't I say responsibilities? For yourself, your own business. Is great responsibility because words have power in every syllable. Okay, know your self-worth, Sagittarius, and I believe that you do. That good karma coming back to you. Your business that you're starting is going to be sweeter than you ever even imagined. Yeah, sure. Like what I'm getting for you in this term, like while you're working for somebody else, you're bent over. You have all these duties and responsibilities that don't match your paycheck, but with this card right here, this entrepreneur, this visionary card, this leader card that you are, the King of Wands, is what's telling me that you start your business, you're booked and busy all the time. I mean, responsibilities. This is what I'm getting for you. And look at this free flow of money. This is the Six of Pentacles. Everything that you invest in your business is coming back to you tenfold. Okay, this is what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. Let's pull another oracle card, and these are the moon oracle cards. Let's see what the universe has for you. Yeah, Sagittarius, it's time to strike out on your own. I mean, you are a fire sign, and your sign represents a journey to spirituality and actually taking action. Yeah. That good karma, something about the good karma that comes back. That's why I tell people all the time, listen, no matter what, put the good karma out there in the universe. I don't care who's done you wrong. Always put that good energy back out there in the universe. Look, okay, so balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. What did I say about Pisces? What sign affects the Pisces the most in retrograde right now? That's Neptune, right? Your spirituality, inner tranquility, and your vision becoming your focus, right? Okay, so because you've done the work and your emotions were the only thing that you really had to master, Sagittarius, entrepreneur. If you're going to have this many responsibilities and duties, at least let it match your paycheck. You've already put your karma out there. That good karma is coming back. This is your card right here, the Sagittarius card. This is Jupiter, okay? Right? This is Jupiter. Remember we said that Jupiter is also in retrograde right now. And so what does Jupiter do being in retrograde? You're focusing on reviewing your visions, your ideals, and your belief system, right? And so you've been thinking about this for quite some time, Sagittarius. Now is the time to leap. Good karma. There's good karma all around you. You've put out that good energy, that good karma. Use your connections. I want to reiterate this. Your life is in full circle, but use the connections around you. And those connections around you, those people could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is a Cups card. They could have those astrological signs in their chart. But use all the resources around you, your connections, to go ahead and start your business so that your responsibilities and your duties will match the money that you're supposed to have. Okay, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I am really, really excited for you because a lot of people have entrepreneurial spirits, but not everybody is going to take action. I believe that you are going to take action, and it's going to pay off handsomely, handsomely for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much. Again, this has been a reading for my Sagittariuses for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, check your birth chart, everybody, because we want to make sure that if you have, these astrological signs in your birth chart, this also applies to you. And thank you, cross watchers, for joining. I really appreciate every single person. I read all your comments. And I love your also your constructive feedback. And so I'm taking all of those into account because I respect what the universe and the Most High God is sharing with me, and I want to make sure you guys get the fullness of these messages as well. So thank you again. This is for my Sagittarius. Have a wonderful day. Bye.